Okay, this is a show match for my upcoming tournament, Arena Classic, which has sign-ups running open until May 26th. And yeah, same with me and Ninja Skyboard. I only played Age of Kings, even though the Conquerors was out. I only played Age of Kings. This is Vintage Arena, so this spawn will be different than your current arena in the Definitive Edition. For one thing, you have 2 golds inside, always, for the 2 players. Could, of course, still be in the front. But then the distance between walls can vary a lot, and as you see here, they're so close that you can actually just... you could see that you're right next to each other. Yeah, people tend to delay it until the last moment, Hannes, so I think it's gonna... I think it's going to increase. I foresee castle drops. You know what? This map even allows for easy tower rushes here. It would be an amazing start. You don't see tower rushes a lot on the arena because stone walls, but it's most definitely an option when it's like this. Castle drop from your own base. You're actually right. I didn't think about that. You could place a defensive castle here, and it would actually break your opponent's walls and allow for petards. Okay, I'm foreseeing a petard masterpiece here. Yeah, so pretty tight middle area here. Not much to go on. Not much booming space in the back either. So this is going to be an aggressive arena game, I think. Poles could definitely tower rush because they collect gold through mining stone anyway. So so that's an option for them. But typical arena meta is still the fast castle approach, fast castlage. Now for vintage arena, any food can spawn outside, maybe not the berries, but the boars, deer, pigs could spawn outside. It's not the case here. Belgian is actually moving about with the pig, scouting outside with the pig, is it? Why? Yeah, they should be in the 1200s. Close enough to grab your neighbor by the neck while he's brushing his teeth. Yeah, exactly. They're really close. So it's going to be interesting to see how the other map generations play out here. So here comes the mill for the Belgian. In all honesty, Aztecs play on Arena is usually streamlined towards monks. And yes, if they're this close, a monk siege push is definitely an option as well. Here we are with red Clifford in the... playing in the orange. Why not in red? Going to go for the house and lure in the second boar here. Timing seems decent enough here. Neither player going for any quick feudal age here, I think. Belgian actually not even taking a single boar yet. In the Dark Age, the Eagle Scout should win that fight, so Belgian could of course engage, but will want to preserve the Scout HP for later purposes. Does he do the TC trick now? Can you do that? Can you pull off the killing the boar with the TC? Not taking any chances here, just saving the villager's life. Okay. Red Clifford actually didn't push a single deer. Maybe he plans to long distance hunt them or something, but certainly still collecting the boars. Getting the food income needed here to go up, and looks like it's about to drop a second lumber camp as well. So another indication that this is not going to result in any feudal age play here. It's just, yeah, just your go-to fast castle setup here. Poles, Obut, and Arbalest tends to be one thing they could go for. The Obut is a really strong unit, and you're gonna want your castle up anyway for defensive purposes and maybe to, yeah. Belgium really likes his petards, among other things, so so we might see a petard through here. Yeah, Clifford has 6 on berries. It's not too uncommon. I mean, you'll still be seeding farms around this folwark as the berries run out, so might well just deplete them. little bit of idle worker time here, but nothing disastrous. The Belgian actually higher on the idle TC time here. Maybe the pig scouting outside the base took the attention away from eco tasks. Yeah, floating wood, that's a classic. But I need that for the buildings to go to the next stage. Oh, we're going to stone here. So Belgian actually wants a castle up. Is going to go for a castle and petard in with eagle warriors or something? Jaguar warriors would be cool to see. You never see those. And yeah, arena is... I don't think I've ever seen an arena game run out of wood entirely. Barracks going up for Red Clifford here, so that could be an indication that it's a blacksmith stable rather than a blacksmith market castle age approach here. Maybe trying to claim some of the middle to deny the Aztecs player of their relics as well. Aztecs get 33% more gold from relics, so they obviously want to contest those. This map is so tiny. One villager population difference here, but they're going to reach the feudal age at roughly the same time. Yeah, it could definitely be Aztec Monk Rush. It's the more likely one, but then why are you going stone? Maybe to sell stone for additional gold? I don't know. Remains to be seen. Couple of farms seeded by each player here, as Red Clifford is going to deplete the berries soon enough as well. There's the market and the blacksmith. Okay, so it's blacksmith market, but with a barracks, so that some units. Time to pick it up again then, Ninja Skyborg. Lots of new content. There's a massive tournament being hosted by Red Bull in October that was just released in Poland as well. It's a LAN at a castle in Heidelberg in Germany. It's called Red Bull Wololo in the series. It's the 6th in the series, but now they've really gone bananas with the prize pool and everything. They're going to feature Age of Empires 1, Age of Empires 2, and Age of Empires 4, with a total prize pool of $600,000. So it's insane. Looking forward to that event. I might just go to Germany to see some of it live even. Just because it's yeah, amazing initiative. It's called Red Bull Wololo if you want to look it up. Yeah, it was just released today. Pen and Buiche. Yep, here comes the stable from Red Clifford. Wants to make some scouts or knights to contest the middle map. It's probably going to be the scouts, because you need to be able to handle any potential Aztec monks here. It's such a close spawn. An amazing map. They're both on stone, so we will be seeing castle. In fact, they both are able to afford the castles by now. Oh, Belgian gets to keep the door open, but will not get any peek as to what Red Clifford is up to here. Though he will see the stable. So he might need to drop a barracks and get some spearmen out of his home, which he will have following a potential monk rush anyway. So what's the castle age gonna bring here, Mr. Belgian? Loom, gold mining. Only 4 gold though. And Red Clifford just going straight into a second TC here. So no immediate aggression for... Oh, never mind. Here's the castle drop. They're both dropping castles. Is Belgian just expecting this, or what's going on? And look at that one spearman to defend this castle going up. That's a brave guy right there. Don't think these castles are necessarily in range of each other unless you get the fletching and that stuff. Even moving out without Loom here for Red Clifford, but they're both going to drop their castles. And Belgian, having seen the stables, is also dropping a barracks now. Actually doesn't see the castle going up, so that's a good placement by Red Clifford. In that regard, that it's hidden away. Could be the Overwatch, I guess. Only 2 on gold for our orange friend, though. But it also makes it easier to contest the relics. 1 scout over here, that's actually going to go down to the castle once Belgian completes it. But now, of course, Belgian should be... Well, it doesn't see it. Doesn't see it. It's like right out of range of the... Oh, he's hitting the walls. He is going Eagles! It's not the Monks. It is the Eagles. And thanks for the resub, Eldadiro. That would be my own tune right there. Clifford Eco a bit stretched for 2 TC plus cab. Yeah, seems a bit on the tight side. Rewalling behind here though, and not allowing for that castle to easily take down the walls here. Belgian with the petards wants to go for these eagle brush here. That could be a quick death for Red Clifford here. If it's if the eagles get in, let's see, are we massing them yet? Not really, but the gold being extended here. I don't know how many eagles Belgium wants to get. Might be abusing the market a little bit here. Food at an absolute minimum. You'll still need a little bit more food for the eagles though. And the first base to get reached is the Belgians, but Red Clifford does not even have any military to make use of that. It would actually be interesting to see Obuch versus Jaguar Warriors. Should still be a handy win for the Jaguar Warriors, I think, because they have so much bonus damage against infantry. Eagle Warriors in the making here. +2 defense is in as well. We saw Arson kick in not too long ago, so the Eagles will break through buildings more easily. Castle, no upgrades on it, but I guess with Fletching and Bodkin you could reach the next layer here as well. Nothing's to stop the Belgian from getting in there though, because you could just petard through the gate here, unless Red Clifford closes this breach as well. So this could be nasty for our orange friend, who is manifesting a convincing eco lead here now. 20 villagers ahead, and popping up another full Varkham farms here as well. Yeah, the Mesoamerican architecture is pretty cool. We have these patterns here around the edge, and yeah. Oh, look at the Eagle Rush! The Eagles are coming! And the petards, even an additional petard added by the Belgian here to be on the safe side. Will Red Clifford see this? Oh, did reveal the Eagles here. Oh, no, get the gate! Get the gate! Let's go for this one, maybe. Petarding in with the Eagles to rush, and that was a misclick, I guess. Oh, Red Clifford, now you are in trouble, my friend. The Eagle Warriors out of 5 barracks with consistent production here now, and the Poles player panic walling behind this. Will it be enough though? The Eagles are about to get +2 attack. They already have arson, so they should be breaking through buildings quickly. Why the hell are you making archery range against Eagles? So many questions. And Belgian wants those relics as well. Pounding away the castles. Still a bit bummed they didn't just petard in on this side, but that might be the next step on the agenda here. Oi, Red Clifford, how are you going to cope with this? With 25 eagles and counting, and the Belgian also mixing in some petards here to to extend the aggression here. Splitting up the Eagles, idling a lot of our eco. Red Clifford, admittedly, lots of eco in the bank, lots of gold from the passive relic gold income and the fact that it's been mining for a while, but yeah, Aubergine in the making, that should be dealing decently with the Eagles, but the numbers are just too high for Red Clifford to deal with at this point. Yeah, right. If Clifford could keep the Belgian out, that would be a massive difference, because then he could spam the cheap Poles cavalry, for example, with full upgrades, and you'd easily deal with the Eagles that way, with the mobility and extra, not extra attack, but yeah, the mobility and the cheapness of the units. Poles Knights are basically the Eagle Warrior of the of the standard civilizations in terms of gold cost once you get to the proper upgrades. The counterattack is old though. No more petards. Yeah, they're really slaying the Eagles here. If you get to a decent mass of Overture, but now they're chasing, they're going to go down to Castle Fire. Another defensive castle. Is Red Clifford actually going to survive this? I mean, it still technically has sort of an equal lead here. Belgians should definitely try to collect their relics to disallow Red Clifford that passive gold income. But yeah, the Eagles are still inside, and Red Clifford is with 4 military to 33 here. That's where the huge issue lies here, and of course, as a result of the idling and the aggression going on here, the Red Clifford's economy has been, or TCs rather, have been running idle as well. As to bail on the castle, tries for yet another one here, quick building barracks, quick wall of all things, but the Eagles could still, you can't quick wall right underneath the TC, so they'll still find a way in here, and the Belgian still producing out of multiple barracks here. Even poking out the castle outside of the base here with the Stray Eagles, and the castle foundation gets deleted by Red Clifford. Is he just going to go straight out and try and counter Castle Belgium's base? Technically, you could drop a castle here with cover fire from the other castle here. That's a quick gate, but there are still Eagles inside here, and the Belgian could just petard in yet again here, and Red Clifford will be in trouble. Food situation is in absolutely lowest of all, only nothing on food here, in fact, for Red Clifford. And look at the villager count as well. The Belgian has killed 46 villagers and is officially in the equal lead here now with the 1 TC Eagles push here, as it's slowly but steadily eating away at this castle as well. Feels GG, I'd say so as well. There's no recovery here from the Poles. It's too villagers killing an Eagle Warrior. That's not something you see every day. He's gonna petard the TC as well now. 2 petards. 1 petard, 2 petard. Another castle attempt. Red Clifford just doesn't give in here. Oh man. Why? You're down to 30 villagers. A castle is not going to save your ass now. Resign! Another wave of Eagles coming in here. 5 barracks still producing. This castle also down to 1800 HP. So maybe that's the point of GG when the Red Clifford loses the mighty forward castle here. Nah, there it is. And the first game goes to the Belgian. Let us have a look at the statistics. Thanks for the follow, Pen and Buisje. GG indeed. Military stats here. How much army? 34. Military high. That's a military population right here. It's just always ahead for the Belgian here. And economy obviously ahead for the Poles for a long while until too many of the workers died. Even got handcart. Maybe to boost the villagers' movement speed and stuff. I'm not too sure about that upgrade, how viable that is in the middle of that kind of aggression. 71 villagers max, but 23 villagers left at the end of the game. Oh, cool, good. Toggle trade units only. That's a good one to know for later. Let us pull up game number 2. Let's just cross out the Poles losing to the Aztecs here. And load up the next one. Tatars versus Mayans. Okay. And another vintage arena on the menu. See, this looks more like our standard Definitive Edition arena, right? They're not as close as the previous one. And sheep spawning real close here to each other, which is convenient, obviously, for our red player. And yeah, basically Definitive Edition arena this one, except for the extra gold inside of the base, which is always coming in handy for whatever strategy you may be planning. Tatars, really not a frequent pick on arena. They're streamlined toward Cav Archers play, right? So, and Cav Archers, I mean, it's still a good unit, but you don't have any hills to benefit from that mobility and heal extra damage output, especially for the Tatars. That's also one of their civilization bonuses. They deal 25% more damage from hills, and there aren't any hills around here. With that in mind, they do have some eco bonuses which apply, of course. The Tatars herdables, they last 50% longer, so the 8 sheep effectively give an additional 400 food, right? 50 times 8, yeah, that's 400. So that delays your need for farms a bit longer. Belgian might have some kind of cavalry play in mind. I mean, the unique unit of the Tatars, the Keshik, that is no slouch, really. It's a good cavalry unit, essentially comparable in stats to a cavalier, and they also return gold from killing units. It's a low rate, so it doesn't really matter all that much. But this time around, it's Red Clifford with the Vessel Sim here, so maybe we'll see some Eagles play here again, like the previous one. Though I'm suspecting something more like Plumed Archers, a castle drop with Plumed Archers, or just your semi-fast imp crossbow into arbalist play could work out as well. Also, Tatars would struggle against Eagles, I think, because they don't have champions, I think, or if they do, at least they're lacking 2 of the armors, so that's a bit of a disaster against in close melee fights. They could always make their cavaliers or Keshik to compensate for that, though, if this turns into an eagle play. But let's see what Red Clifford has in mind. Did go for a castle drop in the previous game, might just go for another one. And looking at the gold spots here, if you make some ranged forward aggression here, say you place the first castle here, you deny 2 outside golds, and then inside the base you could deny it armies or a castle as well, and Belgium won't have any gold access at all. Alright. Yeah, flaming camels would be awesome. That could be, I mean, it did mention, the Belgian, that some of the games were a bit memey, so we might actually see flaming camels, but that really doesn't apply against Bayernstone. Flaming camels' strengths are against cavalry, so Not really seeing that here. Oh, Red Clifford followed as well, thanks for that. Didn't see the notification, but thanks anyway. And the Belgian is in the chat. GG, well played with the Eagle Rush. Petards and Eagles. That was a nice one. Couple of gold now for the Belgian at least. We're similar-ish in villager numbers here, but Red Clifford actually a bit off here with the 30 seconds idle TC time and getting Loom instantly, of course, as Mayans do. So they're sort of evening each other out here, and this will be full meme, Belgian says. Interesting. Which is an indirect suggestion that we might see Keshiks and Flaming Camels then. But, yeah, on stone again here. Clifford not on stone yet, but again I'm sort of expecting the Blue Larcher play here. But we'll see. What? Why did you build that house if you were just going to kill it? Double armor camps here for the mines, 11 on wood, but that's on stragglers as well. Not on stone at all, so maybe this is the archer's crossbows then, or even just the straight eagles. But time will show, as they say. Now a bit more to stone for the Belgian here, as the fuel age kicks in the blacksmith market going to be dropped here. And yeah, food shouldn't be an issue given the extra food from herdables from the Tatars. So a little bit of idle time before going up here. Belgian clicked the castle age right there, was missing some food, but would still be beating Red Clifford handily to the next age, albeit with the Red Clifford going up at a slightly higher pop and essentially a stronger economy as a result of it as well. Why is he going out? Where are you going, Red Clifford? Where are you going? And why didn't Belgium spot that? Is it forward? What is this? 2 villagers? Don't tell me you're going to monk siege push with the Mayans, you madman. I mean, archery ranges forward, is that it? Only 2 on stone, so it's not going to be a castle drop. Why? I mean, okay. I get it. Red Clifford is afraid of castle drops of the Belgian, so he's going to limit movement of the teal villagers here. Yeah, the Belgian actually needs to. Yeah. Needs to open his own walls and palisade. He needs to stop for the castle, I guess. Red Clifford with the honorable attempt of full walling in the Belgium, but did he spot the villagers? Yeah, he sees the villagers. There's no army to deny this castle, though. So I think the Belgian is going to get away with the castle drop. It's the prison. The Belgian is being imprisoned by the opponent here. As Red Clifford's way of reacting to the previous game's Eagle Rush. Of course, the castle is going up. Red Clifford even sees it with the line of sight here and has been mining stone for the sole purpose of walling the Belgian in here. So, there's stone to wall the base at home as well. Castle is up, so maybe we'll see petards again here. The Belgian could, of course, claim the middle with these stray villagers. And I think Red Clifford has been watching T-Night's videos about the legend of Wall, but there are some villagers escaped out here, so it's not really going to make a huge difference. Won't this be an opening though? If Belgium deletes these two tiles, he could escape out there. If this is the kind of game I'm going to see in the Arena Classic, I'm looking forward to it. Keshik is out! Armor coming in as well. No stable yet for the Belgian, but yeah, base HP of the Keshik not half bad, 110. Oh yeah, I see it now. So, no exit there, it's just an invisible piece of wall. Nice. Mangonel defense against the Keshiks. Well, the walls are complete. And looks like Red Clifford has succeeded in imprisoning the Belgian. Is also mining more stone, so we might just see a castle again. Oh, enter the petards again! Are we going to see petards every game from the Belgian here? Who knows? Keshik. It's not even Keshiks, it's Keshik. Only one. And here comes the second castle drop. Maybe. No, it's not a castle, it's a TC. Is it a hotkey failure or an actual intentional? How to stop a castle drop inside the base? Make mangonels. I wanted to TC drop, okay, yeah. This is drunk casting material. I should have casted this one on Friday instead. And by the way, there will be another show match on Friday, and that will be with John Slow versus Survivalist. So, almost the same level of memery as these guys, I hope. Well, that's 6 villagers for nothing for the Belgian. TC drop. Would have maybe worked out better with the Sicilians. Now he has to drop TC at home instead, and Red Clifford still a bit low on stone for another, or for a castle drop. Yeah, maybe it will be a little less of meta. Oh, we're going to see the Eagles' revenge here. Red Clifford now with the multiple barracks here. I'm feeling confident that this game could be brought home with the Mayans, mighty Mayans Eagles. More Keshiks. Only one this time. Well, there's 2 of them now, to be fair. And there's another castle to complete. With another layer of walls. Oh, man. eagles and arbalests, possibly. I mean, with the castles here, why isn't Red Clifford just rushing the Imperial Age though? You could tread down the castles and end the Belgian easily if you get up to imp at that point. Belgian already could, for all Red Clifford knows, the Belgian could be on the way up to the next stage, and that would be a bit of a concern if you're investing too much into the castle age as the Mayans here. So, Belgium actually reclaiming some stone here, so we might see even more castles. Be it offensively or defensively, not too sure. Looks like the fletching and, yeah, not Bodkin, but fletching is in, so finding the weak spot here. For now, Red Clifford is just repairing though. He has 3 barracks up, but didn't really make any eagles here. Red Clifford doesn't seem to have a clear plan in mind here. Not sure what the Mangonels are going to accomplish against the Keshiks and Castle's defense as well. Keshik numbers increasing here with the 6 total now. Only that +1 defense though, no stable, so no Bloodlines husbandry either. But in a sense, giving the Belgian the middle map control is obviously in control of the home field map here as well, but he's trapped behind enemy walls. So not going to be easy for the Belgian to move out. In fact, Belgium did sacrifice all of the forward outside villagers to build that TC inside of Red Clifford's base. And it looks like we're going to see a castle drop here now. Where's the foundation? There it is. On the golds. Good spot. And Red Clifford can't know this, but actually if the castle went up here, you deny even that little 3-tile gold as well. Archers! The Castle Age Archers rush, the Mayans Archers. The days of obsidian arrows are long past Red Clifford, unfortunately. Otherwise you could break the walls with archers. With the tower defense and scaring the mighty Keshiks away here. Thank you for sub, Pen and Bushe. Much appreciated. Does make it easier to host and reward a prize pool for events like these. The main, the Arena Classic has a prize pool of $150 to start, and then we'll see if there's any donations coming in maybe or stuff like that. But at least it's me and Arsak sponsoring the event with some prize money, so the prize pool bracket actually has some incentive there. And then there's going to be ELO divided brackets as well, separate from the prize pool bracket, and anyone can participate in both. Oh, are we about to break through here? 8 Keshiks, barely any upgrades, a minimum of investment here from the Belgian. And another wave of archers moving out. Why not at least get crossbow? Come on! And with the castle up, you could of course add some plumed archers as well. Selling resources to... Wait, that's Belgian. Is Belgian aiming for Imp now, Imperial Age? I think it's abusing the market to go to the Imperial Age here, as Red Clifford is going to be stuck in the Castle Age for quite a while longer. So 2 defensive castles here. Not rushing any need to push out here for the Belgians. Going to have a huge lead into the Imperial Age. And here comes the barracks. I assume we might see a stable as well. For the upgrades for the Keshiks maybe. Bodkin arrow coming in as well. That's one that Red Clifford actually doesn't have. And he's actually getting murder holes now to deal with the Keshiks, of course. Funnily enough, these Keshiks can't garrison inside of the Belgian's walls either. Belgian will have to petard through to open up here to salvage the Keshiks if that's the case. But the Imperial Age is on the way. There are 2 castles here. Tatars with the unique technology, Timuried Siegecraft, they will also be able to get an extra 2 range on the Trebs, 3 with Siege Engineers. But Belgian has other plans in mind as well. Now the range is in the back here. Red Clifford obviously can't scout this. Could, of course, scout for Bodkin through clicking the castle of the Belgian here, but that could still be just for the castle as well. Still keeping these barracks up. It is costly for Red Clifford, who's also gone Imperial Age here now, maybe suspecting that the Belgian is on the way up here. Imperial Age is in. The Belgian has a nice and healthy economy here and will probably be queuing Trebs right away. Yeah, he's not joking around. There are 5 trebuchets in the queue for the Belgian here. Getting the ranged upgrades as well, so yeah, let's assume we'll be seeing the cavalry archers here then. First few tribes are out, and more to come, of course. This castle should be rather short-lived for Red Clifford. He doesn't really have a lot of stone to repair either. And the Keshiks are out and about here, denying some side resources out on the map as well. And down it goes, and Belgian will of course now be able to escape. There are plenty of Trebs here to take out these walls, and Red Clifford will just never be able to win a Treb war here now with the amount of Trebs already out. Bloodlines coming out here, ranges not producing for the Belgian. Interestingly enough, there's definitely wood and gold here to be spent, and food and gold to be spent for Red Clifford, who seems to have both eagles and arbalests in mind for the Imperial Age. I was going to say El Dorado, but that's Hulcha. Javelineers is going to go into skirmishers. Is he expecting the cavalry archers of the Tatars after all here? Or is he just really a big fan of skirmishers? Or he thinks obsidian arrows is still a thing. I mean, it's been gone for so long that I have my doubts about that. Red Clifford is an active player, played in Wandering Squire's Cup recently as well, so... But, maybe. And who wouldn't want power skirmishers anyway? It's good for the late, very late trash wars. It's just a questionable priority for the time being. Okay, yeah, maybe he thinks it's actually obsidian arrows because it's firing away at the castle with crossbows here. What? That's not gonna end well for these crossbows, but the halberdiers are here to deal with the mighty 7 Keshiks out on the world. Keshiks, cavalry archers, heavy cavalry archers in fact. And defensive castle going to waste here. 7 trebuchets! 7 trebuchets for the Belgian. And only 2 for Red Clifford. I mean, just send a few eagles and you could eat this trap alive. Red Clifford still hasn't been hit at home base. Did good work at defending here. Did lose the barracks eventually, but did not let the Belgian in this time around. Cash versus Halberdiers here. Bloodlines is in now, as we know, and but it's still only the feudal age defense upgrade. So that could be an issue for the Belgians' Keshiks if they get too close to the Halberdiers here. The other troops are just idling out. They will hopefully be put to use forward soon enough. But it's a surprise factor as well, of course. 18 cavalry archers, 14, sorry, out, and Belgian heavily housed, so no more cav archers just yet. Couple of preps going down, and that's the sign for the Belgian to send in the remaining 5 here. Nope, false alarm. That castle doesn't really do much, so shouldn't be any worries for the Belgian to lose that one. Are just waiting for the grand death ball of heavy cav archers here. They basically have full upgrades at this point. Do we have chemistry as well? Maybe we don't have chemistry. No, there's no chemistry because there isn't any university. Is there? Oh, there it is. Ballistics, chemistry, siege engineers, and masonry coming in here. So now the Belgian is really upping the game here and now going to extend the economy for that additional gold as well. Yeah, exactly, you didn't have a university, so... Keshiks versus Elite Eagle Warriors. Remember the Elite Eagle Warriors, or the Eagle Warriors, I should say, they have bonus attack against cavalry as well. So 4 attack against cavalry. So Red Clifford did get the Hulcha Javeliniers, even gets Eldorado for the Eagles. Elite Eagle Warriors with Eldorado against Tatar's heavy cavalry archers. Should still be for the cav archers, I think, when you get to the actual Death Ball Mass and Hussars in front, they could disrupt the Eagles or other units as well. Cav archers, bonus attack against Spearmen, so they deal nicely with the small amounts of halberdiers here as well. Army numbers, they are comparable here, but Red Clifford has a tiny population lead here, does have a better boom. I'm assuming we won't be seeing any elite Keshik here. This is just going to be a battle for the middle area here between these two. Oh, but the traps go down! Great value for Red Clifford here, however that goes. The Elite Eagle Warriors in pretty decent mass by now, and they eat all the 5 traps here, as Belgian is slowly advancing into the middle here. With more cav archers, now cav archers only at this point, but they are going to be accompanied by the Hussars soon enough. Bar ranges. I think it's for skirmishers now. I think Red Clifford wants to get into the skirmisher defense. I'm going to check. Chemistry is in. Bracer. Yeah, about to get full upgrades. And if Red Clifford had more castles, could even go for the plumed archers against the heavy cav archers here. Yep. Skirmishers now out. And enter the Eagles, forcing the Belgian away again here. Nice repair micro to keep the trebuchets alive as well. Red Clifford's walling in the opponent tactic. Backfiring now. Cap Ram coming in for the Belgian as well, and Eagles should still be able to deal easily with Rams though. With Siege Rams, they aren't as easily killed. Populations absolutely comparable now. The Hussar numbers slightly increasing as well, but how do the Heavy Cav Archers fare here? It's a huge amount of Eldorado Eagles for Red Clifford here. Could still hide in choke points with the Cav Archers, of course, but given the food and gold economy of Red Clifford, the extended production of Eagle Warriors should not be a problem for a long while yet. Going for some of the neutral golds as well, so really doubling up on the gold income over here. This one is kind of off limits, but the castle has been dealt with, so Red Clifford could get that one for later as well. Yeah, so Cap Ram is in, but the Siege Workshop will be going down soon enough here. Red Clifford actually at population cap here now. The Belgian is still decent mass of heavy cav archers, but doesn't produce any more of them currently. Needs those hussars in front to distract the eagles and skirmishers or whatever. Hussars to deal with the skirmishers as well, of course, because skirmishers have minimum range, even if they throw an extra spear. What the Belgian needs here now is some kind of siege weapon, I'd say. The Onager comes to mind against the skirmishers, particularly. They're not going to be great with eagles out in the field, though, because the eagles will just run in and melt the siege weapons. Oh, but the Cav Archer numbers in danger now as the eagles get closer. They're dealing some decent damage to the stray amounts of heavy Cav Archers here. Now back in production, 5 Rangers producing heavy Cav Archers for the Belgian. Gold access is going to be an issue though. And I don't think either player has had the chance to collect any relics here. You know it's the late game when the woodlands are starting to look like this. It's like 10 tiles walk to drop off some wood there. But wood isn't exactly an issue, so wouldn't worry too much about that. Red Clifford comfortably in the population cap for a while now, still fielding those elite eagle warriors. At this point, Red Clifford could consider deleting some villagers, I think, because the eco is running nicely, and there's definitely going to be beneficial to have extra armies instead. He knew it wasn't obsidian arrows. Yeah, just preemptive research of Hulche Javelineers, which gives the Mayan skirmishers 2 arrows, not just 1. I ain't seeing no camels. Red Clifford wants to see the flaming camels. Because Belgian is playing the no-cap challenge, kind of. And it's really only doing Red Clifford a favor here now, because it's killing some villagers. That means more army out on the field for the orange player, who's now at 78 military to 50, so establishing an military lead here, dealing with the forward castle, could also just tread down the gate now, and find a point of entry for the Eagles to raid and finish off this game, maybe. What's going on to the side here? Huzzar! Hussar raids. Just let the villagers die, it's fine. You have lots of eco in the bank at this point. Might need some gold, of course, but could use the market as well. What's the market rate, actually? Yes, pretty decent food selling prices. The eagles are in the... Oh, break the gate already. Come on! Here we go. Wouldn't worry too much about these Hussar raids. Love the defensive castle of Red Clifford over here as well. Sitting at a comfortable 3,000 score lead now. Oh, quick wall! It's a relic wall! Relic wall! Send in the monks! Oh, but the Belgian finds an opening still up in the top side there. Good reaction by Red Clifford though, to save the villagers for now. And then... arguably a little bit overreacting here with the sending all the eagles, but it's probably to distract the hussars away so that the castle can complete over here. Gates going down, eagle warriors, siege ram coming in as well. Should be dealing nicely with these buildings over here. You could even garrison some eagle warriors inside the siege rams to boost the siege rams' movement speed. Yeah, more siege workshops going up here, and Red Clifford is in it to win it here. And now pushing into the Belgian base as well. The Belgian does not have gold access. No gold access at all. Still has food, could spam hussars, which is exactly what he's doing. But I think there's only a matter of time before this castle goes up, and that will deal with a lot of these production buildings as well. And now with the base open, the Belgian is just going to be raided into oblivion here. 7 military against 95 here. This is the Mayans game, and it's the domination of the Meso civs for the first 2 games here. Aztecs in the game 1 with the Petards, Eagle Warriors, and now the Mayans El Dorado Eagles here, which have a whooping 100 HP. It's the same hit points as in cavalry without bloodlines. Knights without bloodlines. Well, how are you going to recover from this, Mr. Belgian? You're down to 56 villagers, 5 military, a little bit of hussars over here, but I do believe that this might be the very end of it. Maybe take out the market to make resource tweaking a lot tougher as well. And there's it. We're at the 1-1 here. GG indeed. Look at all the techs here. Ultra Javelineers before making a single skirmisher, and then El Dorado later as well. Not sure if Belgian ever got around to that Timurid Siegecraft tech, did he? That gives the tribes an extra to range, but yeah, maybe. Bit situational. Wouldn't have made a huge difference, of course. Let us have a look at the next one. But I'll cancel out the Mayans as winning this one and the Tatars at a loss. And why did you actually draft all the 3 civs? Is it... because it's 5 games total. And the last one is a designated mirror. But apparently I don't remember my own rules. So, game 3. Still vintage arena, as you know. Mongols Burgundians, that's the next one. I could have told you that in advance, of course, because we are here now. Let's go for it. Yeah, you will only get it for flaming camels, I see. Oh, another semi-close spawn here. This is definitely favoring tower rushes. There are sheep outside! 2 sheep each. Whoever sends the scouts out first, scout out first, and that is the Belgian. Oh, Clifford is here as well. Oh. actually makes sense to send the sheep in here now, because orange is out. Oh, he's gonna find them! He's gonna find them! He found them! The sheep heist on arena. But let's see if the Belgian... No, it doesn't go over to Clifford's side. Oh, that's going to be a nice food boost for the Burgundians here. 4 extra sheep. No, 2 extra sheep. And Belgian left with, yeah, 2 less. There are 4 deer though, so they should be alright. Semi-forward berries, forward stone here for the Belgian. This is just... Belgian's map here is just begging to be tower rushed, if you ask me. Stone is over here, so if your first tower goes here for Red Clifford, you've already denied the Belgian of stone, and that makes it tougher to defend against a tower rush. Uh-oh. Bit of a long distance shepherding here, but what does it matter when you have 2 extra sheep? Good sheep snag, and a bit lucky of course by Red Clifford there. Well, no outside boars or deer. We haven't had any of these generations yet, but now there's a bit more backspace for both. So you have some booming area. You could actually warrant a 4 TC boom here if you like, but it all depends, of course. Belgian is the Mongols, so Mongols could tower rush. Doesn't look like it here for the Belgian, but it is an option. And Castle Drop and Mango Die, of course, is one as well, since they're very close to each other. Oh. Belgian at gold. Oh, that's... Wait. It's going to gold at 16 pop here. Is he going to drush now, or what's going on here? Now you've piqued my interest here. That's some real early gold investment. What's this? Why? Okay, so apparently we're going to go no mining camp here for the Belgian. And I guess the mining camp is going to go for stone instead. Our success looks like my build order for 23 plus 2 cast drop. Ah, okay. Doables with the Mongols for sure, but he's down 2 sheep though. Red Clifford stole a couple of sheep from the Belgian, so that's a bit of a concern here. Yeah, now he's on stone as well. There comes the mining. Okay, so that's why you need the mining camp for the stone for the early castle drop, assuming that's the case. And since the resources are tight, that wood needs to go to the mining camp, which could have been the second building for Feudal Age as well, but we already have the mill and the lumber camp. So we're going to apply some nice and early pressure on the Burgundians here, not allowing Burgundians to oh, come on, he converted yours. This is just it's just banter at this point. And he doesn't even respond. Yeah, why no eco upgrades for the Burgundians? That's true. Cannot confirm or deny that. Uh, but we are in the 1200 EL spectrum here. We're bound to forget some things, but one of the reasons to go for Burgundians is the early eco upgrades, of course. It's a half price, and half price food, is it? I don't remember. And available in 1 age earlier. You could even get a Dark Age Wheelbarrow if you really wanted to. Well, Fuelage for the Belgian should not be with any trouble to click to the next age here either. Only 13 seconds idle. Food and gold is on point. That's nice timing there. And still only that one guy mining gold over here. Now doubling up on the stone here, and we're going to see a very early cast drop here. All things considered, that since Red Clifford isn't even in the fuel age yet, the Belgian is going to reach the cast age at, yeah, about the 14-minute mark, 13:50 by the looks of it. And now going to gold, so maybe we'll see some mango dye or petards or whatever. No farms yet. Seems like an all-in build to be, just the way I like it. Now Fuelage is in and Clifford doesn't attack! No scouts fight between these two. And here they go. With scout support, Red Clifford is a bit off here, but he's going to change direction with the scout as soon as that cast age kicks in, I'm sure. And yeah, maybe he'll get lucky and find it actually. Let's have a look. Let us have a look. Pellador, thanks for the follow as well. Oh, he sees them! Now we could actually run in here and stop that foundation from going up, but didn't quite succeed. Of course, that scout is still going to delay the castle drop a tiny bit here. Hoi! Says Red Clifford. And that's a nice and early castle age indeed. Red Clifford didn't even click up yet. Will need to house wall here. Has the market blacksmith, but is lacking the food to go up. Alright. Looks like our Belgian friend is going to enter here. The Bozo and Horse Collar is in for Red Clifford, and food to click Castle Age. Getting close, but in the meantime the Belgian is in and is making the mango die. It's actually a pretty nasty raiding unit, even in only small numbers. One setback being in the castle, in that they take quite a while to train. So it's with only one castle, it takes you quite a while to mass up. Good work at. Oh, the Belgian is seeing this this gate going up. Knowing the Belgian though is probably just going to make a petard and break through anyway. So so this gate isn't going to keep the field player out for long. Scout even getting value here, finding some cheap villagers to snipe, but that's where it ends. Red Clifford, 2 minutes 10 seconds to go to the next age here, and yeah, pretty rough to hold off the mango die like this. No upgrades on the mango die though, that has to be said. No defense, no attack, not even fletching, because Belgians castle drop is very all-in economy-wise, so the food economy is virtually non-existent for the teal player here. There's 2 on stone, which means that we might see another castle drop once that stone allows for it to happen. Oh, we're officially in again. 3 rangers for Red Clifford, but that delayed castle age and this pressure hitting at that moment, that means that this Burgundian's eco absolutely hasn't kicked in yet. Even without upgrades, the Mangudai are doing decent against small numbers of skirmishes here. Red Clifford might actually be able to afford elite skirm here, but looks like a decent mass of the... Given the lack of upgrades for the Belgian, a decent mass of even standard skirmishers is doing okay here. Red Clifford just going casually about it for the boom here. Has that Burgundian's economy with Bozo and Horsecollar in before hitting the castle age anyway. Again with the walls here, can Red Clifford keep this? I mean, this is the kind of a map that you could actually survive this pressure, because if you keep the aggression out from the main base, which Red Clifford to some extent has done, is 5 builders down from the Belgian's pressure, so he's behind here. But there's 2 TCs to 1, and Belgian really is adding the economy, but not kicking in just yet. With a push like this, mangoes are really needed. Yeah, but the mango die though. They kill siege really quickly. Or do you mean mangoes for Belgian, of course? That makes sense. That makes sense. Or even scorpions. Good work. That's an addition for the Belgian here. Definitely has to wood for it, but Belgian has other things in mind. He wants to collect the relics now, or convert skirmishers, what do I know? Red Clifford just casually walling the base in here, and will not allow the Mangudai to get more villagers. Yeah, more siege to take down buildings. Gotcha. Looks like we might see another castle drop here though. On the stone, maybe? Because if you castle drop this stone, and then Red Clifford will have to buy stone for any defensive castle. Yes, exactly. I'd love to see a castle here, actually. A forward castle. You have the army to defend it, and skirmishers alone don't easily stop a castle drop like that. And the petards. Trademark the Belgian. If you ever see the Belgian in the Hidden Cup, just look for the petards. And he actually wants to castle drop here instead. That's a bit surprising to me. Not just castle drop the production over here instead, and the stone. Got a better spot. Well, that denies the gold, so I see what you did there. Denying 2 golds! I take it back, this is a great castle spot, but Red Clifford now moving out, going to look for some of the outside resources, and Belgian isn't really spotting this movement, is he? So that means that Red Clifford might be finding something outside to take. Has the middle scouted as well. This castle, however, will be going up. Fetching, Bodkin coming in here as well. Red Clifford in the meantime over to the side here. He's getting Elite Skirmisher for the 3 Elite Skirmishers currently at their disposal here. Second Catalyst up as well, which could mean more Mangudai, but the wood and gold situation not necessarily allowing this. Skirmishing defense not working that well with a forward castle in your face. These Mangudai aren't really doing too much at this point though. Red Clifford, neither of the players are even remotely close to the Imperial Age. These castles are going to stay, yeah, out of danger for a long while yet. Mangudai are scaringly large as well, and now the monk has entered the field as well, so you could even heal up. Looks like the Belgian was able to spot the expansion of Red Clifford here, who desperately wants a defensive castle up, but now with just a few more Mangudai to join in here, these villagers are history before that happens. Yep. See ya, guys. Do you have ballistics? Oh, of course not. Probably don't have a university yet. Numbers over upgrades for the Belgian here, which makes sense with this kind of all-in push. Red Clifford trying to escape here shouldn't be able to, but at least is splitting up the villagers, which means that the Belgian will need to split up the Mangudai as well. And he does exactly that. Nice. Quick walls. Quick walls aren't going to keep Mangudai out, unfortunately. And yeah, no huge Burgundius boom here. Surprisingly decent amount of resources in the bank still. Red Clifford failing to produce more elite skirms here. I mean, there's still no siege added by the Belgian. There's the castles, of course. But without Mangonels or Scorpions or whatever, you could still just spam 40, 50 elite skirmishers here and even camp underneath the castle and take out Belgians' Mangudai, who in the meantime have dealt with all of the outside villagers. 25 villagers killed, Belgian efficiently at a 12 villagers lead here, but behind in eco upgrades. And now Red Clifford is getting the infantry defense upgrade. What's that for? Flemish Revolution? And there it is, the Belgian takes the third game. The GG is called, and let us have a look at the statistics. Already military high here. Again, Belgium with the military high here. Finally got Bodkin at 26 minutes. Now the economy situation should have been ahead for a long while here for Red Clifford. And but as villagers die, of course, that's diminishing. Yeah, it was wait, what was the uptime again? 1350? Tiny bit of idle time, nothing too crazy. I think it was like 15 seconds or something. And look at the villager numbers. Alright, game 4. So they played with a round of 32 settings, by the way. So let us do a quick look at the handbook draft. Because there are civilizations settings differing from one. Well, that worked out well. Oh, come on. Let's go to the scene settings. They used the round 32, so this is hidden pick from the new India DLC Sims. So they are limited to only 4 civilizations. And it has to be from the new India DLC. So we'll see. Maybe it's going to be a mirror with these new Ratha units or something. But we'll get to it in a second. Game 4. Gurjara's mirror! Oh, that could be fun if there's herdables outside in the map here, and you could actually snag some extra sheep to benefit from garrisoning. And looks like there are all of the sheep inside. Okay, that's almost a bit disappointing. Gurjaras, here we go. And I'm going to need to pull up the tech tree on my side here so I could talk a bit through that. They are still a bit too new for me, these sims. But let me talk you through it. The Gurjaras start with 2 forage bushes. Already a nice bonus for arena with bonus food. It's like 300 extra, 250 extra food. You can garrison herdables in mills to gain a passive food income from them as well, which you see Red Clifford already doing, while the Belgian hasn't gotten around to that yet. So a bit of a food head start for Red Clifford here in that regard. And mounted units deal 50% bonus damage, applying to the scouts. You could produce camel scouts in the feudal age already, and they will auto upgrade into castle age camels. So there's some opportunities for some memory there. And then the last one, you can garrison docks with fishing ships, but guess what? There aren't going to be any docks here. Now the unique technology is the Kshatriyas military units cost 25% less food. That's in the castle age. And frontier guards in the Imperial Age, camel riders and elephant archers gain +4 melee armor. And the team bonus is that camel and elephant units are created 25% faster, so maybe we'll see some. Maybe we will see some elephant archers in play here. This is one of those maps with some moving space in the back. Otherwise, it's your pretty much standard middle area, maybe cramped down a little bit to limit expansion to the sides to give a little bit less playing field. But in general, they will be able to go into a boom here if they so desire. So Red Clifford has a convincing food lead here, only 9 on food actually, whereas Belgian has 10 and did garrison the sheep as well, but a bit later than Red Clifford. Is he going to? No, it's going to a lumber camp. I was going to speculate whether it's going for the stone for a castle drop already, but yeah, lots of opportunities here. Could play camels, could play elephant archers, could play. I don't remember if the Gujaras get battle elephants, but I believe they don't. No, they don't, but they actually have the Shri Vamsha Rider as a unique unit as well, which is good against archers, but shit against anything else. So, so it's not going to come into play here, I think, even though the Gurjaras do get crossbows, not arbalest. Okay. Looks like the Belgian has pushed in all of the deer already, or is that... That's a deer, isn't it? Doesn't want to be hunted. It's hiding behind the brown tree, so Belgian scout won't be able to find it. Alright, 2 on gold here. Looks like the last deer will just stand to live for the Belgian here. Red Clifford has pushed in all of the hunt as well, taking the boars. And Feudalation is on the way at 22 pop here. And I think that's actually going to be... With the passive food income from the berries and the foraging going on here. Identical idle TC time actually. But... yeah, clicking at different times, that's why the Belgian is it's going up later here. Seems a bit short on food. Maybe Red Clifford is overestimating the passive income of Garrison Sheep here. Couple more farms being added, and the going to lack the wood for the buildings to go to the castle age here. Aye. That's a bit unfortunate, but if it at least one farm, it should be okay still. Okay, so it's not straight fast castle. What's the... I guess Red Clifford is improvising it here. Doesn't really have the plan figured out here yet. Food and gold investment could kind of suggest a camel scout or elephant archers play here, but what's the idea of the early feudal age here into the eco upgrades and not the buildings to go to the next age? I don't understand. Belgian, however, is going for the more conventional fast castle approach here. Just a tiny bit of food needed now to go to the next age. We'll be queuing a couple of builders and dropping the blacksmith market here, and also forming a secondary layer of walls. Yeah, it's true. They are quite new. So you couldn't... Maybe I don't have the build orders quite figured out yet. Well, we're going to see some chakram throwers here from the Belgian, or maybe just the castle to petard to let the elephant archers in. We'll have to see. Eight farms, as compared to 5 farms, and Red Clifford still eating the berries as well. Messed up in the chat, hello, good evening. I think you signed up for this one as well, so that's nice. Or are you in the 3v3 league maybe? This has to be Auto Scout, or... Well, Belgium will have a comfortable head start to the castle age, so if it turns into a scout war, Belgium will have a camel, and Red Clifford will still be left with only the camel scout, so that's an easy fight for the Belgian to take. Ah, you're in the same division in the 3v3, I see. Nice. See, Camel Scout now become a Camel Rider. It's still only 6 attack against 4, but that's pretty significant given the bonus damage against other camels as well. Which I suppose they both have, but it's a significant difference here still. It's Camel Scout only gets 3 bonus damage against camels, whereas the Belgian gets 6. So easy kill. But now Clifford is up as well, but that doesn't really help the case when he's lost this much HP. Second TC again from Red Clifford. A bit of a boomer boy here, always adds the second TC nice and early. And also has those Chakaram throwers in mind. I'm sure they've seen videos of the previews of the stupidness of that unit. Basically an infantry scorpion throwing melee ranged attack. Rip Camel. And Belgian already with the monastery up as well, so going to collect some of the relics here for additional passive gold income. Staying 1 TC here, we know that that castle is going to go up at some point. From the looks of the setup here, maybe defensively. But it obviously remains to be seen. They're both on stone, they're both going to drop castles. Red Clifford however, needs some extra... an additional 100 stone to be able to afford the castle. So it's going to be a little bit of a relic contest. I'm not sure how well a camel can guard the relics against monks, because monks, they convert to knights and camels in at a rather quick speed. I mean, it's not like they convert camels faster, but as opposed to, for example, light cab out on the field, the camels are converted a lot quicker. Third relic to be brought in here, so and 4, actually, is it 5? It's all 5 relics. Wow. Belgian is not joking around here. Let me have a quick look at the monastery of the Gurjaras, if redemption monks is an option. They have redemption. They're only missing. Oh, they're missing faith, which can hurt a bit, and they're missing block printing. So not an ideal monkish civilization, but they have redemption. They have atonement. They, for that matter, they even have heresy. So you could get away with playing monks as the Gurjaras by the looks of it. Oh. Looks like we'll have the camel joining the armies of the Belgian here. Vololo. Was that actually a conversion and a reconversion? Yeah, it was. It was the same camel. My camel. Reclaiming it. Nice. Oh, beautiful castles here for this Gurjara civilization. Gurjara's mirror at their hands here. With both players getting their castles up and their ecos definitely set up for... Okay, I couldn't necessarily say that for Red Clifford, but for the Belgian is definitely set up for some Chakram throwers here. Sanctity for the monks as well, might as well make use of them while you have the units out in the field. And Red Clifford realizes all the relics have been claimed by the Belgian. So good job there, securing those. And it's a monastery siege workshop going up here, and Red Clifford wants to know what's up, planning to drop some outposts out in the field as well to provide some vision across the map here. No unique unit in production from either of them, which is interesting. The Belgian only 4 monks, but denying that barracks from going up there. And actually getting the monk techs here. And the leather archer armor for what I can only assume will be the elephant archers then. I wonder if that still auto scouts after having been converted and reconverted. Still has the function, I guess. Nice, trying some sneaky conversions here, and Red Clifford actually deletes the stable foundation. Go away! TC boom for Red Clifford is a convincing builder lead. 10 builders lead here. Better eco upgrades as well, at least with the farm upgrade. Belgian just now completing the 3rd TC, so they seem to have a bit of a similar approach to the things here. And the armored elephants enter the field with the chakram throwers out for both here. Some conversions could check that up, of course, but for now, both making the same kind of units, but 4 armored elephants already for the Belgian. Same kind of economy going into both the chakram throwers and the armored elephants, and to some extent the monks, so this might not be a bad idea. Then again, you don't need redemption to convert these siege weapons, these armored elephants, so as long as your monk gets right next to it, you could convert them. Oh, around to see the elephant archers as well now. That relic gold income is becoming significant for the Belgian over here now. It's getting more monk techs for the... Wait, that's Red Clifford. That is Red Clifford. Getting atonement to convert the Belgian monks. Maybe he's expecting more monks than are actually the case here. Another castle goes up, however, and further applying pressure and allowing for additional chakram throwers to enter the field here. Even ranges the stable. I didn't expect that with the castle. Maybe Bodkin is in already for extra damage output against chakrams and monks or whatever, and now even stealing the secondary gold of Red Clifford over here. Elephant archer hype and lots of siege elephants, and still not moving out. We really need a stable here from the Belgian to boost the upgrades of all these elephant units. Fortified wall kicks in for Red Clifford, a healthy farm economy extending in the back here with triple mills, lots of farms here, lots of gold in the bank, and the Imperial Age shouldn't be too far off for Red Clifford here, seeing as the castle goes up. They already had the castle 8 buildings in as well to click up to that next stage. Now the Belgian does break through the walls here, but there's a castle that will disallow any entry. However, we do have the armored elephants. It's 10 armored elephants here. They should be eating at those buildings rather quickly here. Don't quite understand the C Mangonel defense here. Maybe it's reaction to elephant archers here. Does Red Clifford know about these ranges? No. Might be expecting it though. Let's see. Oh, the chakra throwers are actually doing nice against the siege here. They don't have any bonus damage, but they fire through units. And one armored elephant goes down before it even reaches the castle here. But now, look at these guys. They attack so quickly. Red Clifford will have to resort to some emergency repairs here to get this working. He's made some elephants of his own as well. Let's see if the elephant archers can deal with the repairs. There we go. It's outside cast goes down. And again, reconverting the lost unit here. My elephant. Should show in the stats as well. 3-2, yeah. Red Clifford is not losing hope here yet, though. Is pretty significantly behind in economy, but the Imperial Age is in, which means that trebuchets will be able to take down the Belgians' castles. However, in terms of units production, Belgium doesn't necessarily need the castles here. It's going to be an extended castle age push here from the Belgian, and the elephant numbers are really increasing here. And once again, we have the petards as well. This okay, now we're in the meme mode here for the Belgian. It's actually queuing 30 petards. Instead of going Imperial Age here, which is ridiculous. Just cancel 5 petards and you could go Imperial Age here as the Belgian. Castle Age is fun. Kind of an interesting move as well, because if Red Clifford sees the flags on the castles here, is basically going to think that that might be chakram throwers as well. And hence react to that. So if there's shit tons of petards storming at your base, then what do? How do you stop them? I mean, even if you send 40 petards at the castle, there some of them are bound to get there. There are some weak spots here as well. You could then petard down the workshops and stables. Not to mention that you could petard the trebuchets as well. That's an decent and efficient way to deal with that. Remember when I said I would meme? Whoa. How many petards now? 23 petards. Nice. Let it begin. Okay, I think we get the castle. Nice. Camel's apparently an efficient way to deal with deal with petards. That's one castle down, but Red Clifford immediately rebuilds it. Imperial Age now only 5 seconds away for the Belgian. Economy untouched and thriving at home, I would say. Actually lost the forward TC here, but that gets replaced by a mining camp over here. And looks like we might even get a trebuchet here. Nope, Clifford actually able to escape with those. That said, except for gold income here, and Red Clifford is still in a decent spot as well. Lots of resources in the bank. Even getting elite chakram thrower here, just to test out that unit as well. I feel like the elephant archers should still trade decently until the critical mass is reached, but no harm in testing all of the new units here. Huh. Well, looks like the push has ended with our mass of petards and elephant archers and whatnot here, and Red Clifford is stabilizing. Does run low on gold here. That is not to be said of the Belgian here. Elite elephant archer! And obviously with the middle map control here for the Belgian, claiming some more of these extra golds. And if one player has access to gold units and the other doesn't, that's usually a recipe for success, because the gold units are simply stronger, gives you more options. Two castle massing of elite chakram throwers here. They train rather quickly as well. Let's have a look at their stats here. They have a little bit bonus damage against buildings and eagle warriors, but that's about it. So if you're Gurjaris against the vessels, you could consider making chakram throwers against eagle raids. My gold. Shredding the farms. What a savage. It's just like the calm before the storm here. Elite elephant archers against elite chakram throwers. A little bit of an HP deficiency here between the two. Hussars! Which have extra bonus damage against... or I mean they have extra... Am I missing? No, mounted units deal 50% damage, bonus damage, but that should be the case for the elephants as well then. So extra damage. They are a mounted unit. Not necessarily seeing Hussars accomplish much here, but they are denying castles. They are claiming back some of the middle, denying the Belgian of resources, but the Belgian has so many resources in the bank. It's a bit low on wood, but should easily be able to make yeah, siege elephants here and elephant archers. Castle will complete as well, and Red Clifford just massing up for the big final blow here, effectively out of gold impact. So Red Clifford desperately needs to claim the middle area back. Has 3 trebuchets out to deal with Belgians' outside economy here, but the army situation, I mean, it's more army from Red Clifford, yes, but the overall strength of the Belgian armies should still be on point here. Look at the chakram throwers against the elephant. They attack fast. I'll give them that. There's 2 seconds between attacks, they say, but they shoot through units as well. They'll demolish buildings quickly. Absolutely ridiculous unit. Poor Petard, he ended his existence without any particular luck here. That's a lot of melee armor for the Elephant Archers, and that's great news for the Belgian, because this is a ranged melee attack from the Chakram throwers. Still a cluster of units against a unit that fires through units. That's not necessarily a good thing for the Belgians units. But yeah, just have a look at the HP here. It's 12,000 HP to 5,000, and that's all of the Red Clifford's armies collected here against the Elephant Archers amassed here. Looking forward to seeing the relic gold here after this fight. Yeah, 52 Elephant Archers now. Hussars out and about for for the Belgian as well. And damn, says Red Clifford. How do you stop 52 Elephant Archers? That is the question. They're even taking out the Treb here. No. Elephant Archers moving in. We're gonna need some siege weapons here. Bombard cannons in the making now for the Belgian. So there is abandoned the elephant rams in favor of bombard cannons that have admittedly more damage. Or they have a ranged attack as opposed to the ram elephants or the siege elephants. So the bombard cannon makes great sense here. Death Ball is live. Red Clifford still struggling a bit for gold here. Is going to claim that last bit of gold mine over here. But oh god, these are unstoppable, and I tend to agree. They are so beefy. 300 HP, and they're cheap as well. Relatively speaking, they are, at least compared to the old Indian civilization unique unit, the Elephant Archer. That was the one of the most meme units of all, and crying for nerfs here. But yeah, it's maybe for arena where you could effectively get to these things, but don't think it's that bad, to be honest. 68 food, 70 gold. Oh, not bad, not bad. Cool unit. We may just be nearing the end here with the Belgians. Elephants moving further into Red Clifford's base. Economy is still on point, but look at the total population here. It's 3 times the military for the Belgian here, and it's 3 times the unkillable military of Elephant Archers. Yeah, the skirmisher's bonus damage towards Elephant Archer was changed, I think so. And that was not a good change in that regard. Well, Red Clifford, what do you have to say to this? I see the elite skirmishers out, but they're not nearly in the numbers needed, of course. There are bombard cannons of Red Clifford as well, to be fair, to deal with the the pushing bomber cannons of the Belgian, but that's where it ends. The GG is called. GG well played. It's a 3-1, but we're going to have a play all 5 here, so we're going to have the last one as well. Siege on yours against Elephant Archers. That would make sense. 346 to 161 KD. That's pretty dominant. Eco better or higher for Red Clifford, but not enough to claim the win here. Yeah, we've seen the eco already. Where's the conversions? 9 conversions in the end. 2 conversions from Red Clifford. And now back to the settings because I'm forgetting my own. Malian's War is the last one. Okay. Okay. So we're going to have another mirror. That's a pre-designated mirror for round 32. Malian's War. It's an under-picked civilization for Arena for sure. So that could get crazy. They have more than decent monks. And they have the mighty longswords or militia line with extra pierce armor. I normally don't like mirrors, but in this case for Arena it could turn out to something fun since it doesn't give either player any advantage. Right, Malian's mirror. Malians, as we know, they save wood for their buildings. As you can see for the wood drain here after dropping the first few houses, it's a discount on wood for Malians. Yeah, Malians have lots of options. They do. Malians get arbalists, but they don't get brazier. So that's usually not seen a lot by Malians, sometimes on team game flank, but generally not. And they have redemption monks, they have a wide monk tech tree. Looking at the map here, they're kind of close. There's no large back booming area, but there's potential for multiple theses here to extend your economy. And you only had one game where the rest spawned outside the walls, yeah. That's true. But it's a good thing if that's not too frequent, I think. So that's probably just a good thing. Couple of boars in the back here for both of them, I guess. And boars forward for the Belgian here, so that's almost... I guess it's not within range of the villagers, but almost laming distance from these boars. If you want to be real dirty on Arena. There we go. What to expect here from the Malians? Of course, now it's quite similar here in the Dark Age. Idle time just 2 seconds apart. And they have... Red Clifford has actually noted that the Belgian is fairly close, which means that the Monk Siege push, certainly an option here. But given the frequency of castles that these players have made early in the Castle Age, almost feels like monks won't be working out too well. I mean, you could even tower rush on this map, but the stones are in the back for both players, so that shouldn't really be working too well if it turns into a towers war, which shouldn't happen on Arena. You could just... usually you should be able to wall them out with stone walls or buildings foundation in general. And also it's not really... except for the towers costing a tiny bit less wood for the Malians, it's not really playing into the Malians' strengths. I'm hoping to see some siege tower longswords or something like this here, because that's that's an underrated play with the extra pierce armor on the units. But the one pop, idle decent time still, similar here. Both have gone to gold. 3 on gold for Red Clifford though. And the barracks is already up. This could be an infantry masterpiece from Red Clifford here. Oh, we're going to stone as well, so I take it back. It's not only going to be the infantry play here. We're going to see it. It could be a castle petard and infantry here since the barracks is up. I mean, it could also be the scouts to claim some map control with the Malians here and extended cavalry play. They're both on stone. They're always on stone. These guys. Not that that's too uncommon on the arena, but. And here I've been speaking about the towers and saying that's not playing into the Malian strengths, but that's exactly what the Belgian is doing here. He is trying to be as unpredictable as possible. Red Clifford seeing the... I mean, it's not that early for a tower rush. I mean, it's 23 villagers or 22 or whatever. That's really not a fast tower rush. Red Clifford should be on the way to the castle age already. But yeah, feudal age about to kick in. Stonewall's not quite possible yet, but the Belgian going all in here on the with the builders here to get the towers up. Oh, if he's able to tower this, then the Red Clifford is going to be all off gold actually. So this could still work. And we're in. Red Clifford doesn't seem too stressed out here, has the gold needed, has the food needed soon to go up to the next stage, could just quick drop some stuff here, and in the meantime the Belgian is moving out with the scout here. No loom for Red Clifford, risking a straight castle into loom here, that without loom seems risky, and forcing a tower. Fake rush into smash, that could be, but yeah, castle age not quite there yet, of course. Oh, Red Clifford, why would you not get loom? I mean, castle age is going to give an advantage. If this, oh, actually completing that tower. I take it back. That's even if forcing a tower is bad news for Red Clifford, this is really limiting the aggression potential of the Belgian. It's a good tower. It's covering both golds. And a second barracks acting as a wall here, but also allowing for infantry units to be played strategically here. Ah, hello Zark, thank you for the raid. Much appreciated. you the Zark playing in the little side event I have with only the Indian civs as well? Welcome everyone, this is an Arena Classic show match. Arena Classic... my upcoming tournament deadline, May 26th. How much is a pizza in Norway? Do you mean like frozen pizza or pizza takeout store pizza? Exactly, Gypsy Kings. Exactly. But with that said, if the resources spawn outside, it's should be balanced in the regard that the both players will have the same amount of sheep outside. Takeaway pizza, it varies, but I'd say the cheapest ones I've found is around comparable to, let's say, 15 USD. $50 or something like that. 13 pounds, if you prefer. Like for one, that would be like for one person, or if you go to the share a pizza, it's going to cost more. Towers working out decently here, I have to say, for the Belgian. Is denying one goal, is about to deny the other, and Red Clifford will be forced to yeah, play some more defensive towers here. Maybe a castle, but there's yeah, there's not going to be enough stone for that yet. Just putting some info out on the tournament there. Freaking battling! Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel ya. Mangonel defense against Tower Rush tends to work out. Belgian actually going Castle Age here, and would you have a look at the stone count? Belgian is actually going to be able to drop a castle once that next age sets in as well. I mean, dropping a castle on these two goals could honestly be the death blow to Red Clifford here. But forward barracks, that doesn't... I don't know why Belgian would even try that. Okay. Fair enough, you can't really drop a castle when there's mangonels out here to prevent that, so getting a castle up and maybe a follow-up is on Geppettos would make sense here. Red Clifford has weathered the storm and come out ahead here with 32 villagers to 30 as well. The eco upgrades, nothing too particular here. The Belgian has only double bit axe, whereas Red Clifford doesn't have a single one. But the castle goes up, it actually ranges the tower as well. So should be a potential point of entry for the Belgian over here, and makes use of that forward castle to claim that gold, of course. Whereas Red Clifford opts for the eco approach here. Two barracks that haven't been used at all anymore. Yeah, an all too familiar situation here. Forward castle into unique unit and maybe some petards here. Belgian, big fan of the petards play. And the surprise factor that it brings, in fact. But the advantage of the forward pressure that the Belgian has been applying here is that home base economy, as far as economy goes, it has been untouched. Now we have the Geppettos out, Red Clifford, still missing some stone to be able to drop a castle. Oh, good reaction there from the Belgian, keeping the Geppettos safe from the mangonel hit. Dodges again, but this time around taking some damage there. 35 HP only, these fragile melee infantry units. Ranged melee infantry units. As another layer of walls go up here, and Red Clifford really commits to that, but he has the even builders to spare, so might not be such a bad idea to keep the aggression out this way. One thing about mangonel defense against Geppettos is that if they get close enough to hit, they have such high high damage output that they'll just melt through anything here. Do we have a barracks? Yeah, we have a barracks. That's arson. Of course, arson is in for the Belgian, and the armor is in as well for these already fragile units, of course. Attack coming in, and now another forward castle. So good Geppetto micro here from the Belgian to dodge the mangonel shots and keep the units alive, as there is very annoying, fast moving ranged melee units are amassing from the castle. Soon to be another castle. Will they break through? Oh, the barracks is down. Good hit from Red Clifford this time around, though. And one-shotting the mangonel. Okay, how many Geppettos does it take to one-shot the mangonel? Apparently only 7. And if the Geppettos manage to break through here in time, this could be the end of the defensive castle of Red Clifford. Let's have a look here. The castle will not complete if this castle goes up for Red Clifford. But, oh, they're through! They're through! Go hit the builders! Oh, I think it completes. I think it completes, but not without significant cost to builders' lives. And it might just buy enough time for the Belgian to actually complete his own castle as well. Actually, I was a little bit surprised that 5 villagers was enough to get this castle up. But yeah, Belgium keeps the pressure going up forward. Will we be seeing Geppettos from both of them here now? Oh, what is that? Rams moving all the way around there. Yeah, Rams shouldn't really work here. There are Geppettos here to just melt them with their Temple Zone attack. Still missing that second Castle Age attack, but economy, 1 TC push from the Belgians still. Yeah. Running decently at home, 8 on gold, 17 on food. Neither player will be looking at Imperial Age anytime just yet. Here we go with the petards again. Maybe Red Clifford should be considering making some as well, because when the castles are this close, petards are actually definitely viable. One castle producing Geppettos, another one producing mainly petards here. And Red Clifford still mining stone, so could possibly be able to get another castle up. If you have a look at the upgrades here, Red Clifford is missing all of the upgrades for the Geppettos, so even if it looks like a nearly similar numbers match up here, the Belgian has superior upgrades. Oh, they're both massing petards now. Why not defend with crossbow? Good question. Good question. Seeing as it's already 3-1 for the Belgian, and they decided to play the 5th game after all, I don't think they really think too much about these options right now. They're just dancing around and having fun, mirroring each other's approaches here. Hello, hello, says Ogedai 1. The aka the extreme AI in my community. Always makes AI army. Ah, there we go. He even has his own command. Kingslayer. Oh, petards! It's the great march of the petards. Belgium busy microing the Geppettos here. No, 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 no! What's going on here? All those petards for nothing. That's so much food and gold down the drain. Wow. And the pathing as well, of course, but didn't really matter too much here. Yeah, you need to get that thermal paste fixed. Hey, don't try to persuade my viewers to go play Counter-Strike, Dennis. Just fix it so you can play AOE there instead. Another offensive TC from the Belgian over here. And the aggression has come to a halt here. The economy is strangely similar here. Nice defensive castle from Red Clifford here. It keeps the back booming area fairly safe here, and should probably allow for Red Clifford to reach the Imperial Age sooner than the Belgian, but you never know. Go play AOE for this. That probably has max support as well. Isn't Naomi only streaming Age of Empires 4 these days? Well, no sign of the Imperial Age here. Red Clifford going for the ballistics here for... what? For more accurate castle fire? Not really seeing anything. Maybe he thinks it affects the Geppettos. Oh, AOE4 doesn't support Mac, really? Out! I mean, if you get to the Imperial Age Farimba Light Cab, then maybe Mass Light Cab could do decent against Geppettos, but currently not quite an option. Yeah, Microsoft and Mac, they don't love each other. That's true. Oh, Relic fight. First Relic goes to Red Clifford over here, and their scores are just dead even here. Why the rams? Why do you keep making the rams? The Geppettos just melt them. And I don't even know where these guys are going, to be honest. Oh, 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 oh. Ow! Oi. Okay, the Belgian did get away decently there. If Red Clifford garrisons his own Gebettos in the rounds, what Gebettos? So you're just gonna let this castle die, or Imperial H all the way now for the Belgian? This castle will just barely survive here, I think. Unless the Gebettos... Okay, let's see. Ah, here come the repairs. We're fine, we're fine. That's a lot of wood and gold going down for Red Clifford there with the Rams dying to Geppetto fire. KD now fairly even between two, but the Belgian has killed more villagers. Needs to do so as well to offset the equal lead that Red Clifford is still building here. 77 villagers to 56, 20 more villagers. And until Imperial Age kicks in, the Belgian can't really do too much here. Maybe snipe one or two villagers with Geppettos on the mining camp here, but that's about it. Alright, so Red Clifford also going Imperial Age here, but that is about 2 minutes, 10 seconds behind, or full 2 minutes behind. It's not great news when the Belgian has two castles out and about to pop out the trebuchets and start taking out Red Clifford's castles. Malians, if they get chemistry... Okay, no university for the Belgian yet, but with chemistry you could make bombard cannons as well as the Malians, and use those to snipe enemy traps, or just assist your siege weapons forward. Looks like Red Clifford wants to go into the cavalry role here, which I'm not too sure about. The Geppetto they move really quickly, 138, that's a ridiculous movement speed for a an infantry unit. It's almost as fast as a knight without husbandry, which is 1.45. So, trebuchets in queue now, 2 trebs from the Horn Castle, not using this one for the Belgian, but it's going to be really hard for Red Clifford to snipe the trebuchets with anything else than his own trebuchets or bombard cannons because of the Geppetto mass that the Belgian now has assembled. 38 Geppettos total. Out pops the Geppettos. We don't have any Imperial Edge upgrades, or you don't get the attack, but the defense is an option. And holy pathing, here we are again. Oh man, just delete the mining camp or something already. Uh-oh. Where are they going? Where are they going? Are they going to get this castle? Alright, decent Mangonel defense there, but also decent Geppetto attacking. And the petard trade, Red Clifford is copying the Belgians' tactics here. That's 11 petards. Could be enough to take out this castle, but... now Red Clifford is out of stone and needs to buy stone to repair the castle's chemistry on the way, which means that bombard cannons might be entering the field, but this defensive castle goes down, which means the Belgian can... okay, we need to rewind that one. We need to actually see these petards getting their hit in. But bam! in theory, I think the Geppettos could have made a difference there, but they they this isn't worrying the Belgian too much. Just replaces the castle immediately, knowing that Red Clifford had to put a huge investment into that. Where are the petards from this castle to break through the gate nice and quickly? Maybe the Geppettos will fix it on their own. Trebuchet is being repaired here as well. I'm out, says Red Clifford. Well, technically you're in, because you're still inside of your walls. But 5 games, that's no joke. That is GG, well played to them both, but the Belgian outsmarting Red Clifford for this vintage arena show match. Thanks for playing, guys. There will be another show match on Friday evening, 8 GMT, I believe it was. Or is it 6 GMT? Can't even remember my own times. 6 GMT, Friday, 20th. Then we will be having John Slow versus Survivalist. It's a $100 show match, so a bit money on the line there. It's actually a best of 5. Most built unit being petard. Yeah. You're right, 19 petards. You don't see that every day. No conversions this time around. The Red Clifford better economy, but doesn't make a difference in the end. Totally just 100 to 8168. Not too big of a boom to offset the aggression of the Belgian here. So that wraps that one up. GG, well played.